My name is Aissatou. I came from Guinea, and I arrived here in 2000 at the age of 15. Now I am at Hunter College, finishing my master's. I should be graduating in May. I'm working at Scotland, and I'm working on an application to a PhD program in neuroscience. So that's where I am right now. It was like around 2007 when I began to get phone calls and letters from an uncle of mine stating that I needed to go back and get married. You know, as I said, I was reaching an expiration age in my community, and he had found someone who was really interested in marrying me and who has money and would support my family, including him. So, yeah. Because at first I did the application by myself and submitted it. So I thought that was good enough. And once I went to the interview and was told that I needed to go to the judge, again I went to the judge by myself without a lawyer. But then I was told that I needed to find a lawyer, and so I had to go online and try to seek organizations that would help find lawyers because I couldn't afford one. I mean, I met many, and their prices were just outrageously high, and so I just went online and looked for services that would help find pro bono lawyers, and it was quite an experience. I mean, I did a lot of walking. I didn't find out until I got lawyers because I had no idea of this 1 year bar. So I didn't find out until I met Patrick, and then that became the issue.
Well, let me start by saying, as an attorney, it's complicated enough, the asylum process. I can't imagine how a layperson, even an English-speaking layperson, could navigate the system and read the statutes and read the regulations and the case law and interpret the interpretations and how to file an application properly. The 1 year bar exceptions are not very well interpreted. There's a bunch of cases that go one way and a bunch of cases that go the other way. So it's a challenge, and frankly, it's an arbitrary rule.
I did not speak any English when I arrived here, so that was a huge factor, and it almost took all 4 years of high school for me to get a good grasp of the English language. So
We had a licensed clinical social worker meet with Aissatou. We had a medical doctor examine her to corroborate the physical scars from her persecution. We had an expert on Guinea, who's an anthropologist in California, write us a report and an affidavit. We had a world-renowned expert in female genital mutilation give us an affidavit for her to corroborate the risk of future FGM in Guinea, in her tribal area. So from the time we took the case until the merits hearing, so much time had passed. We had set up some Google News alerts, so I would get an email every time Guinea was mentioned, and it turns out there was a sort of a civil war that had taken place, and there was a lot of ethnic violence and brutality against women, and we were able to marshal those facts and present them to the court, I think, in a compelling way.
a few weeks ago, I got my green card. Yes. interested in studying traumatic brain injury, interested in understanding the molecular mechanism of memory loss induced by TBI and how that molecular pathology is similar to the molecular pathology of memory loss induced by Alzheimer's. Basically, the link between the